Breeze Nation, what is good? It's your boy Pat the Designer back at it again. A lot to get into on today's episode. That's right, we're back, ladies and gentlemen. Back and better than ever as we're going to be talking about how tough the schedule is. I don't know why I started this like a golf show, but
very quiet.
Let's get to the intro. No, dang it, it's on the screen still. No, get out of here. I accidentally did that on Adam Amin's pod yesterday too. I'm kind of upset about that. Let me drop that down a little below the intro there. As always, man, Mr. Drew Better. If you knew better, you do better. Say who better?
Nobody.
It's kind of crazy that no one else can say that but me.
It is.
It's kind of sad. And he can't come off like chesty about it. He's like, I got it. Mr. Goo better, Lou better,
Right,
Zoo better. Who's better than you better?
And Joe, don't even let Joe try to do it. It's all off when he tries.
When Joe tries to do it, it's painful. Like you almost feel bad for him.
Yeah, it's like, bro,
he does it nonchalant.
If you slow it down, it's really easy. Yeah. But he be trying to do it so fast that he messes up every time.
Yeah. And of course, Mr. Media himself, Jordan JC, on the remote action. That's right.
Right. He didn't want to come. He didn't want to come to the studio.
Didn't want to come to the studio today. Didn't want to enjoy the watch party with us because he's got a steak on the grill. That's right. Yeah, a little steak on the Barbie, huh?
Shut up.
Steak on the Barbie, huh?
Say, flipping some meat on the Barbie.
Oh, little meat on your grill?
Yeah. That's a little meat out there.
That's right.
He's right there. Put his meat out there.
Is he stealing other people's steaks with fishing poles?
You're sucking it, Neil.
Let's talk a little bit of Bears football, man. Hit that like button, subscribe to the page, leave a 5-star review. Y'all know what to do. Listen, you boys held it down with the schedule release while I was away on vacation. I am back and better than ever. Greeny. And
refresh.
I'll be honest with you boys, and maybe this is a little bit of a hot take because I see the numbers, I see the percentages and things like that, the win percentages of the teams that we're playing. But as I saw the schedule, I see the amount of rest that the Chicago Bears are getting, and I see how many of those games that are the tough games, the versus the best of the best in the league. I'm not going to say like it's the NFL. Every game's tough. But I kind of don't feel like, oh my God, the Bears have no chance of going out there and winning 10 plus games again. Now, do I think that it's going to be 11-win season, back-to-back 11-win seasons is nuts. I'm not going to lie to you. I understand that.
So what's your prediction? Because we gave ours. Mine was 11. Mine was 11 and 6.
No, you all were 12-5.
Oh, yeah, 12-5, Jesus.
No.
Y'all were both 12-5.
Yeah, me and P Kid was 12-5.
We were 14-3.
And
you went 14-3.
Me and Joe were 14-3.
Yeah.
Well, this is a meaty show. I see. Jesus Christ. You know what? I haven't even gone through and done the full prediction. I just think that like when you talk about how tough the schedule is, I guess I could run through it real quick. Like, I mean, you're talking about the Panthers. I would say the Panthers is a win, although I do think that's a tough game on the road to start your season. You're going to be their home opener, but I think that, you can find a way to win that. Vikings at home, give me a dub on that. Eagles at home, give me a dub on that. Jets at home, give me a dub on that.
4-1. No, if you were 4-0.
4-0 right there. Packers away. I'll say the Packers probably win it at home this year, especially with everything the Bears did last season,
4-1.
which kind of sucks for us because we don't get another opportunity at them until December. I think the Falcons not having a quarterback is going to actually bite them in the backside this year. And I expect the Bears run defense to be a little bit better. So I guess give me a win versus the Falcons. Here's the thing, right? Like Patriots at home. Like I think the Patriots are a tough team. You can't count them out. But the Bears are at home, and I think that they defend home really well. Give me a win versus the Pats.
6-1.
Seahawks is a loss.
6-2.
So that's Super Bowl champs. Again, here we go, right? Short rest for the Bears, but going up against the Buccaneers at home. I like the Bears' chances in that game. I would say at home they play well at home, right? So give me a win there.
Me and you on the same accord. We were 7-2 at the bye.
Bye week is coming in there versus the Saints. The Saints are squalor, although I do think that they have a nice up and coming roster with with some of the pieces that they got. I like Tyler Shuck a little bit. I don't think he's great, but I think he's good enough.
He's better than what they had.
100%, right? Give me a win there at home. Bears at home. Lions on the road, Thanksgiving. This is going to suck because, I mean, this is going to be a massive game. It also probably puts you in a bad spot within the division. I will say the Bears lose to the Lions on the road. But it might not hurt as much on that day because I think you're going to have a pretty good record. Jaguars at home for the Bears. Like, give me a dub. Y'all know I don't believe in Trevor.
So that's
you. You don't like Trevor.
You were 8 and
although he proved a lot last year.
8-2 after the bye, and so 8-3.
Win versus Saints.
Versus 8-3.
So no, that's 9-3.
No.
Oh no, I was 7-2, 8-2,
right? And
then a loss versus the Lions, so 8-3.
8-3.
Yeah.
And then we had a
win versus the Jaguars, 9-3. Dolphins in Miami. Now here's the one part. There's gonna be a trap game on this list. I'm gonna say that this is the loss. I know they don't have a good team, but I will say this is the loss because I've seen what Miami has done to good teams down in Miami because of how they have it shaded and things like that.
With no wide receivers.
Listen, it's more of I think the Bears coming off of, is that a full week's rest? That is a full week's rest.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what we out.
Give me the Bears.
Exactly.
Give me the Bears.
You're 10-3.
Loss versus the Bills, I think.
10-4.
Win versus the Packers.
11-4.
Win versus the Lions, and loss versus the Vikings.
12-5.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, sir.
You said 14, didn't you?
No, 12-5.
Oh, did you?
No, I said 12-5.
Maybe we locked in on that.
12-5.
Now again, right? I don't know how training camp's going to go. Maybe I feel differently when I see the team. Injuries, I don't know. Right? Like there's a lot of things that are going to play out. That's truly just me running through it real quick. But I think the bottom line of it for me is, like, I just don't see this as this gauntlet that I think, because of win percentage the previous season, people are trying to make it out to be. Like, yes, the Seahawks are an incredibly difficult team. I'm not saying the Patriots are going to be a cakewalk. Heck, if you're predicting better than 3-3 in the division, you're wilding, because I think this division is that tough. But I also look at this and I'm like, the Bears, if they improve in a lot of things and they have the continuity and the defense gets better at one thing, at a minimum, it should be better at run defense. The Bears should be able to handle this schedule pretty well.
And I agree with you. That's why I actually like the way that the schedule makers put it out, because the end of the schedule is a gauntlet. I'm not gonna lie to you. Those last 4 or 5 games,
you can lose the season off of that,
are really bad. But it gives you opportunity for us to pad our record in the early part of the season, give us a bye in the middle to recoup just in case we have some injuries early on in the season, and the ability to have those 3 divisional games toward the end of the year. So for me, our winning percentage is very high that we're going against. But like I said, the way the schedule is put out, in my opinion, it's a really hard schedule, but it makes it easy for us to get back to that same winning that we had last year.
I think I'm gonna agree. I think the schedule is kind of it feels the same as what we had last year, where we technically had the hardest schedule, or a
second hardest
schedule before all of the injuries. But at the beginning, we had those games that, well, some of them we lost. I know we lost against Minnesota, but there were games where we thought we were set up to kind of have a really good start, and then on the back end there was a lot of challenges. And I think it's the same setup for this season. It's the tale of two halves. In the first half, you got a lot of games that are very winnable, some that could surprise us as challenges. I do agree the Patriots might be a challenge. Of course,
they were just in the Super Bowl. I would assume it's not crazy to say they're a challenge.
Yeah, but they did like we talked about it on the show. They did lose a few of their defensive pieces.
They did.
So they might have a step back.
They drafted some too, though.
I know, but then you also are hoping that are you expecting Sam Darnold to have a repeat year like he did last year? So
Sam Darnold or Drake May?
No, Sam Darnold. We're talking about Seattle. We're talking about Seattle.
He was talking about the Patriots.
Oh, I was talking about the Patriots. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were talking about Seattle.
No. I kind of combined the two when I was saying it, but I was saying I think that the Patriots will still be a challenge, but I think Seattle will be that, in my opinion, will be the first loss outside of maybe Green Bay. I know I said Green Bay at first when we're playing them at Lambeau.
Oh yeah, bro. Y'all said 15.
I ain't gonna lie to you. Here's the funny thing.
Y'all said like 15 and 15.
No, but here's the funny thing. Predicting 15 win, yes, it's a meaty take. But we're saying 12. Like 12 is not a small amount of wins. If you have back-to-back 11 and then 12-win seasons,
it's great.
You're a dominant team.
But if you look at it this way, you have, like I said, you have teams that you should beat, not that we will, that you should beat the first week of the first quarter of the season. Then you go against Green Bay, which is tough, especially on the road. Then you come back to the Patriots, but then you get 2 winnable games right before the bye week. Then you come off the bye week and you have another, as they call it, a fluff game right after the bye with the Saints to get you're up before you play with the Lions after that.
Yeah.
And then you come back and then you have one other winnable game before you go through the gauntlet of the Bills and then your 3 divisional games after that. So for me, like I said, it's a meaty take between 12 wins and 15 wins. Yes, because they said the Bears are expecting a regression, but you also got to look at, this is Caleb going against the first game, you're going against Bryce, who everybody wanted the Bears to pick until he actually started playing football in the NFL, and they're like, well, the Bears made a good decision. And
did we want that? I don't think we wanted that.
People wanted us to take Bryce Young.
I don't know who those people are.
Who were those people?
And because because he was the
shoot those people.
He was the first pick. That's why Carolina went up to get him.
Do away with those people.
I wasn't one of them. I wanted to trade back to number 2.
You people.
Hey, I wanted to trade back to number 2.
Then again, I was beating my chest for Justin Fields, so there's that.
So but going back to it, so you gotta us going against Drake May, and then now there was a battle of the same quarterback class. Yeah. So now he's like, because you always gonna have that comparison. Oh, Drake May should have went first, but he didn't because of Caleb's had his Heisman. So they was like, that's why Drake didn't go. But then now you got that competitiveness on that draft year for me that you expect Caleb to really show out against the Patriots. So that's why I took them as a win on there. But I think it's a tough schedule.
I think it's a challenge. Well, it'll be a challenge. But here's where I fight back and disagree a little bit with Pat, saying that the division is where we're going to go kind of like 500. I think we'll go 4-2, and I always go to the obvious team for me. I know Pat always says Minnesota is a scary team year after year after year, but for me, I think with the question mark at quarterback, whether you brought Kyler Murray in to take over or you still believe in J.J. McCarthy getting a chance, whatever that competition brings out, I don't feel like they're up to par with where the Chicago Bears are going to be at, especially if we still get a few more pieces before the season starts. I think that's where you can win both your games against Minnesota and then split Green Bay and Detroit to go 4-2. That's the most I see. I will say the most wins I see in the division is 4. Probably the least probably will be about 2 or 3. So that's where I think we can kind of cause some separation.
To me, I look at the division and I respect kind of Matt LaFleur being able to bounce back and coach. He's right up there with Zachary. But I respect him being able to go out there and come up with a good game plan for what the Bears want to do. I think I look at Kevin O'Connell could have won the division. Like if they beat us that last game, they win the division.
They do.
They are going to the playoffs, and the Packers are not. They're going to the playoffs, and we're not.
I thought we were still making the playoffs.
We wouldn't. I don't think
we just missed the division.
No, I don't think we would have made the playoffs. Like the division was that close. By the way, Detroit stepped back last year. I would say they probably take a step in the right direction this year. A couple years removed from Ben Johnson, right? And maybe they don't, but like I look at this division as one that even if you look at the season, you go, I'm not worried about them because it's a divisional matchup. You have to worry about them. And the fact that all of the teams are somewhat closely grouped together. Like the Bears have the 3rd best odds to win the division. It's not like, Green Bay is minus 650 and the Bears are plus 300. Like it's plus 120. I think Detroit is plus 120. Green Bay is plus 210 and the Bears are plus 300. Right? Like it's not like there's this massive amount of separation. So like I look at, the teams in this division, I just feel like it's going to be, who can beat up on each other the most, but take advantage of those small moments. Now, the one thing I will say is the Bears are probably going to be better at taking advantage of those moments. We weren't very good at it last year. Mm-hmm. It was all or nothing. It was get it all done at the end of the game or get your cheeks clapped. Like that's kind of what the divisional matchup was.
Clap.
I mean, listen, the Detroit game was a cheek clapping.
It was pretty bad.
That was a bend over and take it game.
Yeah, but the consensus in the NFL is that the Bears division is the toughest division in football.
Oh yeah, easily.
We've been the best since 3 years.
No. It was competitive with the Ravens division too. Was the AFC
North.
Yeah, the AFC North, because you had Pittsburgh, you had Baltimore, you had Cincinnati that were cream of the crop as far as defensive and offensive and Super Bowl talented teams. Now you have the Bears division, the NFC North, having the same, if not more, competitiveness now, so that we actually probably, because we have 4 teams that theoretically are Super Bowl caliber, where it is a very hard division. So I'm kind of with Pat. I
said playoff
3-3. I'm 3-3. You're.
Yeah, I don't know if the Vikings are Super Bowl caliber, but everybody else.
Their defense. If everybody's counting on Kyler Murray, they're still a Super Bowl caliber team.
Their defense definitely is. Kyler Murray. I'm hungry right now.
That's like when you said, what did you say the other day? We thought you said Italian.
Yeah.
I forgot
Italian evaluator. Yeah. We thought he was an Italian evaluator. But no, like I'll say this, right? Like, if there is a team, it's funny to say, right? And maybe this is the homer take of all homer takes here.
Oh, what we got?
Man, breaking news.
What you got?
DeAndre Fox is not playing tonight.
De'Aaron Fox not playing tonight?
No, he is not.
Oh, okay.
Well, we've been since we pre-record.
Is that game one?
Game 1 tonight. Yeah, we'll be live, or we were live for this game 1 on Twitch. So that's got a little announcement there. It's going to be the new thing we're doing. Having some good times, having fun, watching the game live on Twitch, going over there, just dominating and doing what we always did over here, but trying to do it on Twitch with, grow that audience over there.
Exactly.
Give the Twitch people something to enjoy. Yeah. Plus, live is kind of like Twitch's thing, so it makes more sense to do it over there.
My thing with what you were saying real quick, Pat, was the record and I'm losing my thought. I had it for a second, but it was
what you were saying. I don't remember what he was saying at all.
By the way, that thought you gave that was very, very profound. I forgot. I'll remember.
All right, we'll get back to it. Let me ask y'all this, right? Because taking a look at the schedule, essentially the games I talked about with the who do I have us losing to? The Seahawks, the Bills.
Yeah, no.
What about the Packers?
I had us losing one to the Packers, one to the Seahawks, to the Bills,
and the Lions.
One to the Lions, one to the Vikings. Right, those are the 5 losses I have. If we get to the end of this year and you see a loss to the Bills, you see a loss to the Seahawks, you see a loss to the Packers on there, you see a loss to the Lions on there, are you confident that the Bears can go out and beat good team? Are you feeling like, okay, well, you beat up on the guys that we kind of expected you to beat up on? Not to say you didn't, right? I still got to win versus the Packers. I got to win versus the Lions. So it's kind of even there for those teams outside of the division. Like, I don't think a lot of the outside the division games are crazy, but I do have us going, what is it? I got to win versus the Patriots, loss versus Seattle, loss versus the Bills, win versus the Buccaneers, right? That's how I did it.
Correct.
So I have us going 2-2 versus the first place teams last year. Well, I guess 3-2 because I got a win versus the Jaguars as well. The Jaguars. So I got us 2-2. Yeah, because it's Jaguars, Patriots, Seahawks, and Bills.
Yeah. But the Bills didn't win the division last year. The Bills went in as the wild card because who
won the division last year?
Denver.
We got
Denver's in the other one.
No, we got all the division winners. I think the Bills won the division.
No, they didn't win the division. They who's in their division?
Bills, Dolphins. Oh, the Patriots won the division.
The Patriots won the division. Right, the Patriots won the
Bills,
division.
Dolphins, Patriots, and Jets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, Jags.
Jets.
Jags.
No, Jags are AFC South. No, I'm saying that division. Bills, Dolphins, Patriots,
Oh, yeah,
and
that
Jets.
division. Yeah. That's it. AFC East. Yeah, the AFC East.
Yes, the AFC East we play.
But to answer your question, that is a very good question. Because that's what happened last year. Because we lost to the 49ers last year, which was one of the better teams. We lost to Detroit twice, which was some of the better teams.
Lost to Minnesota once.
And we lost to Green Bay once.
Yep.
So,
but we beat them twice. I take that with you.
Exactly.
You're dang right.
So I would have to be on the fence about that. We're supposed to pick a side, but I'll have to be on the fence on that. For me, it would depend on how we lost. If we lost where the opposite quarterback came down and won on the last second, something like that, or a field goal, and we were competitive, then I would be saying yes with a little tweak here, a little tweak there, we could win. But if we get blown out in these games, kind of like we did with the 49ers last year and Detroit last year, then I would say no, that we're not competitive. But if we can't compete, but if we have a competitive game where it's close, then I would say that we are.
You were right there, but you lost it in the end.
Correct.
So our 4 division winners, I don't know why, like this blanked in my brain: Jaguars, Patriots, Seahawks, and Eagles, right?
Wow, Jags.
Yes, the Eagles.
Jaguars, Patriots, Seahawks, and Eagles. I have win versus the Eagles. I got a win versus the Patriots, loss versus the Seahawks, win versus the Jaguars. So that would be 3-1. So my whole question was not case in point. I don't know why I put the Bills and Patriots in different division, but either way, like those are the top teams that you think of. You know what I mean? Like the toughest teams that you're going to play.
Right.
If you're not winning in those moments, I do think even at 12-5, you might look at it. What was the first Matt Nagy season, right? Like we were 12-5, but our 5 losses were against teams we were like.
I don't think we played 17 games when we were with Matt Nagy. We were still at 16.
Are we 12-4?
12-4.
Either way, the losses we had, I remember, were versus the tougher teams, and we were like, well, you couldn't beat them. How you gonna go out there and dominate in the playoffs?
Right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What were you saying, JC? You sounded like
I actually remember what I was saying. I think that a lot of things, just like how when we started the season as having quote unquote the toughest schedule last year, a lot of things changed due to injury. As much as the division is going to be tough, obviously, I don't know if you guys read about, Micah Parsons still dealing with that ACL injury, and that could possibly linger longer than we expected or they expected. That could, I think, drag into the season.
Yeah,
he's not going to be ready.
Yeah, he's not going to be ready until at least after Thanksgiving. Yeah,
so
he says,
what that could mean is that possibly maybe that first Green Bay game, maybe we might edge it out, and so
could be
that could be a game changer there too. So I think like you have to factor that in. That's always going to be the case in every season is injuries, things that happen to teams that kind of gives the ebb and flows to wins and losses, but This schedule is not tough, and of course we're going to be on the big screen and the main scene, the national scene a lot with how many primetime games?
5 primetime games, I believe the Bears have.
I think it's more than that.
No, it was.
I think it's
counted out. No, it wasn't 7. It was either 6 or 7.
I think it's 7
because you have Thursday. You had Thursday night game, and you had.
I want to say I counted 7. I believe
Thanksgiving.
I don't know if we had 7.
I think it was 6. I thought it was 6.
It might be 6. We're somewhere between 5 and 7. We're gonna have a lot.
Yeah, no.
I'm trying to see because somebody put them all on the tweeter.
Go back to the schedule. I can tell you right now because it got the times on there.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. Let's go back to the
games.
Yeah,
2-man boop. Yeah, it does have the times on there, doesn't it? 7:15, 1, 3:25, 2.
I didn't take that one as prime time.
What, 3:25?
I didn't think because that's just the second.
That is prime time.
That's prime time. 3:25.
I didn't really count that as prime time. I counted.
They do. You can't just say you can't count it.
I don't count that as prime time. But look at this. All right, like 7:15 versus the Eagles, 7:15 versus the Patriots, 7:15 versus the Seahawks,
4,
7:20 versus the Buccaneers.
That's 5,
and then 7:20 versus the Bills.
That's why I said 6.
And then if you count 3:25 and 3:25, that is second window kick.
But that right, it's second window, but
also, I feel like the times are wrong on this. I might have to double check that. Also, noon versus the Packers is Christmas Day, and the Lions' first game is on Thanksgiving. So those are both primetime games.
Right. So that's why I said.
So it might. I think it's 7.
7. Okay.
Yeah, 7.
But I know definitely.
Double check those times.
I know the Christmas time definitely, but I thought that the 325 was not unless it was because.
If you plan on being happy with your kids on the holidays this year,
Bears got to win.
Bears got to win.
325.
Bears got to win. It is.
Don't they consider that like the game of the week or something?
Yeah, it's like a game of the week type thing, but it's the only games that are on at that time.
But it's not because the 325. If it's a game on channel,
325 they have multiple games. They have multiple.
That's why I said it's not prime time. That's why I don't think it was.
Well,
prime time,
I was saying it because I don't think the Packers game is, but the second one, Packers game, is a Christmas Day. Oh, yes. That's prime time.
That's prime time, definitely.
So what do we got? I want to make sure that those times are right. 7:15 versus the Eagles, yes. 7:15 versus the Seahawks, 7:20 versus the Buccaneers, and 7:15 versus the Patriots. Yeah, dang. I'm gonna have so many late nights, man. Sitting there complaining about living the dream. You see how that goes?
Wait, are you breaking news? Are we?
Well, I always do the post game show on ESPN.
But you don't have. But
that's 2 hours after the game. I mean, every night is a late night.
I know, but are you going to have to go down there to do it, or are you going to be able to do it?
No, I always go downtown to do it. I do it and listen, we got the new studio, new State Street studio, or I'm sorry, new studios in the Chicago Board of Trade.
Oh, you over there?
Your boy's going to be downtown.
Hey,
you see that? That's great. Your boy's going to be downtown.
For my digs.
Hey, pull up. Yeah. I'll get you in there. We're going to have lunch sometime. Have a good time. You know what I mean? Got a nice roof deck. They got a little foosball in there if you want to play.
Yes, you're right over there by Series, which is a
foosball.
Nice, wonderful spot to have some beverages in.
I went to a spot. Now I can't think of it. I got it in my notes. It's like a restaurant on top of the hotel. We're definitely gonna have business meetings at because I put it in my.
Is it the Trump Tower?
No.
Bro, you too far north and east.
Yeah, you way too far.
Right, you know. Oh, are you talking about the one that's right off of Wacker though? That's right. It's right off of block east of Clark.
Is it Cervelli? Cervelli or Serville?
Something like that. Yeah,
something like that. Yeah. We just gave him a shout out, but yeah, it's phenomenal. Hey, great chicken sandwich up there, man. A couple of brews, a little old fashioned. Perfect. You know what I'm talking about?
Hey, you know what I'm saying? JC, you gonna have to come down.
Smelling what I'm stepping in.
Yes.
Picking up what I'm putting down.
It's got here.
Listen, I just again, like at the end of the day, I look at this season as one that Bears fans should be optimistic about because I've said this a million times this offseason. Caleb Williams gets an opportunity no quarterback has gotten in this city. Caleb Williams gets continuity. And it's not continuity with a head coach that's like, I kind of hate this kid. Now, Ben Johnson may say, I kind of hate this kid, but he means it in the sense of he didn't do everything perfectly that I asked him to do. And so today I hate him. It don't mean he hates him. Jesus. On game day.
Well, right.
So like, I just think that can't be taken for granted. When you talk to the pros, when I talk to Waddle, when I talk to Yurko, when I talk to J-Mac, continuity is so freaking important in this sport.
Troy Aikman said it last week, actually. He said he had the same offensive coordinator for many, many years, and that helped aided in his development as a quarterback. So with Caleb and the struggles he had in year one, that we saw him get better in year two. Now with that continuity and that same offensive coordinator, head coach going into not really the offensive coordinator because Declan Doyle left.
But
it was still the same system.
Same offensive coordinator because of Ben.
Right, because the same system, because Ben was calling the plays.
Yes.
And that aspect, Caleb is going to ascend even further than he did last year. And you're right, the continuity definitely does make you better.
Consistency is really a big part of success. And you bring up the continuity. I think it's not just the continuity, but it's the continuity along with having a successful season the previous year. Because even in former regimes, maybe we went the next year with the same crew and the same coach and the same quarterback, but we came off of a horrible season where there were a lot of question marks and we didn't really have a lot of things answered.
Yeah.
Last year, we were dang near close to getting to the conference finals.
Yeah.
And maybe the Super Bowl. We don't know. Yeah. And so it looked promising. Ben Johnson said we're starting back at ground zero, but you're building off of success. You're not building off of mediocrity. And that's what I think is the biggest thing for me, is that you can see this thing going uphill rather than either leveling out or going down. So that's the fun part about it, is it's just getting started and it's going in the right direction.
And it's not something we haven't seen, right? We never saw Matt Nagy get better.
No.
Right? We never saw, if you want to say Mike Martz, we never saw Mike Martz get better. Well, I can't say that. We never saw Mike Martz get better with the Bears. Mike Martz was phenomenal with the Rams. Like, that team was crazy.
Yeah.
But like you never saw Mike Martz get better with the Bears. We've seen Ben Johnson's offense get better. Like recently, like remember, everyone was having this conversation about Detroit after Detroit year one. We were having it. We said, "Oh yeah, it's cool. Y'all ain't gonna be able to do that again the next year." And then we sitting there, we like, how'd they get better?
Yeah.
How'd you go better than the best offense in football? How'd you top that? Like, I think that's the part for me where I'm looking at DeAndre Swift. I'm looking at Kyle Monangai. I'm looking at Rome Odunze, Rome Ross, if you will. I'm looking at phenomenal. Yeah, I loved it.
Yeah.
I think what was great is while I was on vacation in Colorado, insert your own, what was happening there. Bob Ross was definitely on the TV. At least once. Yeah, I mean, I'm a Ross guy when the night gets late.
Hello, friends.
Hello, friends. What's that? That's low key Jim Nance too. Like,
yeah, it's Mr. Rogers.
Low key Jim Nance.
Got Mr. Rogers over there.
You went more Jim Nance than you did Bob Ross on that.
Will you be my neighbor?
Hey, see, I got a couple of little clouds here. They're just blowing in the wind. You know what? That's how life goes. That's how life goes. Sometimes you just blow in the wind. How was Bob Fro so good? That fro was elite.
It was perfect.
That fro was elite. And Rome Odunze fro is perfect as well.
It is too.
That fro was elite.
Rome got the fro going.
That was, I tried to, I was like, let me grow my fro out all the way. She was like, nah, I'll leave you. I want that old school. I got a couple pictures in the back. Hey, man, listen, I think that this is going to be a fun season for the Bears no matter what. I think that, the schedule's tough, but guess what? It's the NFL. And for the first time, it feels like we have an opportunity to take advantage of some of those small things within the schedule that, to me, like you mentioned, Micah Parsons not being there. That might be massive.
Yeah, you got
that might be the difference between Caleb Williams going out there and dominating and Caleb Williams being regular.
Mid. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like he is that level of player. And I'm sorry, like I'm not saying that they not bad, but like the defenses on here, or not that they're not good defenses, right? But like, I'm not too concerned about the Vikings. The Eagles is a defense you always got to worry about, but I thought the Bears handled them ridiculously well. No Micah Parsons, right? Falcons defense is definitely trending in the right direction, and James Pierce got off.
It's a bunch of good defenses, not great defenses that we did last year. But what was making me so optimistic about this up and coming year is that, like I said on the schedule release party, this is the first time since 1990, 1991 that our quarterback has the opportunity to lead us to the playoffs in back-to-back years. That optimism is something I know that they want to do and break that past tradition. Yes, we looked it up. Yeah, it was
Rex didn't go back.
No, it was Rex.
We went to the Super Bowl.
It was Rex 1 year. Kyle, we talking about the same quarterback going to the playoffs in back-to-back years. It's not since Jim Harbaugh.
Rex wasn't the quarterback when we went back?
Nope.
Rex is the quarterback.
Oh, we didn't make it in 07.
Nope.
We didn't make the playoffs in 07. Yeah, I guess you're right.
Yeah. So for me,
nasty.
So for me, I think this is the opportunity that Ben Johnson and Caleb is trying to break those past, historical droughts that we had, where now it's a potential for us to move forward.
You want to know the craziest one? And we actually have a player who's on this team that was a part of it. There's not been a team that is won 11 plus games, and Adam Amin dropped this stat yesterday on the podcast, so make sure that you tap into yesterday's pod. There's not been a team that's won 11 plus games that has had the toughest schedule the next season. So basically you win in first place and then you get the toughest schedule, the first place schedule, that has gone back to the playoffs since The Atlanta Falcons that blew the lead.
Yes.
The 28-3 lead in the Super Bowl. Now
that was 2018.
Let's make it right for Grady.
Yeah, so you're saying the odds are not in our favor?
The odds are not in our favor. I mean, you got 10 years of nobody doing it.
Well, that means the Bears can be the first one since the Falcons.
If we're talking about breaking odds, breaking traditions, breaking history,
those historical,
and righting the wrong that Grady Jarrett had to go through. We can say that it was Kyle Shanahan, actually.
Really?
It's Kyle Shanahan. That was one of the craziest games. I remember my dad sitting there talking about this game's over, and I was like,
I remember that. And
they're gonna win.
Right. And
second he said that, I was like, they're gonna win.
Yeah.
Now they're gonna win because you said Brady's done.
Right, that was that Brady lure too, but Brady's the greatest, and then he came.
He was
back 28-3, and I was sitting over there like,
you couldn't even say nothing. Couldn't even say nothing. It was funny when it started happening. I was saying, my wife hated me because I was saying Dirty Bird all night. Just because I liked how it sounded. I like the Dirty Bird. I just liked how it sounded. I just kept saying that.
Jamal Anderson. That's Jamal Anderson.
Yeah. And then my dad was like, oh, the Patriots are going to lose. I was like, you know what? Now I'm rooting for the Patriots in the second half of this game. He was like, why? I was like, because
you ruined my Super Bowl then.
Would you have a little money on that? A little shekel or two?
No.
You weren't a fan of Brady?
Not a fan of Brady.
I'm a fan of greatness. I like to see greatness.
It was too great, and I was still mad. I'm holding a grudge because he took Drew Bledsoe's spot.
You're only too great when it's not Chicago. Like he was too great. Meanwhile, Michael Jordan walks the earth.
Hey, I own that. Yeah, Brady is phenomenal.
Drew, like it is hypocrisy,
right? It is. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
Care less.
I love Brady. But he was just too good. Like, no, you got to lose,
bro.
You got to put a little kink in your armor, bro.
Kink?
Kink. Your armor.
I believe it's a. Can we say that? Can we not say that? It is. That is how you say it. A chink in your armor. I said that on the radio one day, and then somebody texted me and was like, maybe avoid that one. And I was like, really? Are we doing that?
I thought it was
no, it's a chink in your arm. That's how you say it.
That was a non-sexual word, but I will apologize for that.
Non-sexual? No, I think it's because it's a slur.
Oh, really?
Yeah. For yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
I definitely wouldn't.
Nobody thought that. When I said it on the radio, I didn't think that. Somebody said that to me. It was like, "Can you say that?" I was like, "I hope so." Like,
right, we're talking about. I'm not fired. We're not talking about anybody's ethnicity, but
in case the video gets taken down, blame Drew. Okay. Hey man, appreciate y'all for tuning in to show love as always. Hit that like button, subscribe to the page, leave a 5-star review. Y'all know what to do. Make sure you follow us on everything. And stay tapped in with everything we got here coming to you on the Windy City Breeze. Make sure to check out yesterday's episode with Adam Amin. Had so much fun having him on the podcast. Full circle moment for me. Couldn't believe that mug remembered the first time we met in person. That was pretty cool. And just an all around amazing dude, man. Tap into that podcast for that. But for Mr. Media himself, Jordan JC, and Mr. Drew Better. If you knew better, you do better. Say who better?
Nobody bro.
It is your boy Pat the Designer back at it again. Y'all stay safe out there, Chicago. Bed down. One love. Didn't have ready. Peace. That's right. Yes.
Mr. Drew Better. If you knew better, you do better. Tell me who better. See, I could do it.
Yeah, you can do it. You should do it from now on.
Probably not.
No, because Kid likes to take over when Pat's not there.
Oh yeah, no, that's why I don't do it.
Pat's not there.
It is always. It's funny because Joel always starts it. He's like, "Hi, this is Joel Holt, and this is the Windy City." And then Kid come in out of nowhere. I got it. Breeze Nation, what's good? Wow. Why are we so aggressive right now?
It's funny because me and JC is always in the middle of them, and we be looking like this. Right.
I know what I'm doing. What's your Kid impersonation?
Man, I know what I'm doing, man. Get out the way, dude. I got this, man. We got my man to the right to it, JC. We got Drew Better. If you do better, if you do better, you did better.
And it was like, bro.
You did better.
Yeah, it was bad, bro. It wasn't as bad as Joe, but it was bad.
I just love the confidence, though.
If you did better.